I think that everyone agree with me that the internet changed the horror games. When you remember horror games of PS1 or PS2, you remember games like Resident Evil, Alone in the Dark, Silent Hill, Obscure, Eternal Darkness, games in third person, similar somehow. The last game using this formula was Dead Space from 2008. At last, the last game that I remember. But with internet, games like Slender, Paranormal, Jeff the Killer, Amnesia and other games became popular and created a trend. The first game of this era is Amnesia: The Dark Descent, released in 2010. In this game you control a character who has amnesia, and you have to explore the locations to find out what caused him to be that way, cause he knew he would have amnesia, and that's why he left several clues spread across the map for him to find himself. At the same time, you also have to escape from many monsters, and each one has a more bizarre design than the other, and even has invisible enemies. This game was the first to introduce the fact that the character doesn't use weapons, where you only have the lamp and you have to use oil to keep it lit. And even though it wasn't so well recorded at the time it was released, it's important to say in here cause he inspired other game that is crucial to the point of this video. So let's start with Slender: The Eighth Page. A simple game where you stay in a forest and you need to collect 8 spades obviously and run away of Slender, a big man with a white head with a face that chases you while you pick up the collectibles. As I said, it's just a simple game. But hey, it's 2012 and whether you like it or not, this type of game is very easy to record. This gave rise to YouTubers making many videos of these games and popularizing them. Look the Illusion Ghost Killer game. You need to get the collectibles and run away of Jeff the Killer. But look how many YouTubers recorded videos playing this game. Slender: The Eighth Page was released in 2012. But in 2013 was released Outlast. Remember when I said that Amnesia inspired a game? Outlast is a indie game where you were in a madhouse and had to face all adversity without weapons. This was simple revolutionary for the time and created yet another trend. Here you just have your camera which you have to get battery to keep it working. The game has a lot of dark parts, so you need to use night vision, but if you use it, your camera's battery runs out faster, so you have to manage it well to way you use your camera throughout the game. Outlast was a real slap in the face for big companies, bringing a game that contained psychological horror mixed with graphic violence. It certainly wasn't for everyone, but it was extremely acclaimed, and the following year was released Five Nights at Freddy's, the game where you stay in a pizzeria and need to protect yourself from the many animatronics. You need to close the doors, use the flashlights, use the cameras, and be careful with your energy. Other side, you get a jump scare, what created other trends. FNAF have a story where a man kills 5 kids and their spirits possess the animatronics. But this story don't told openly, it's hidden and you need to watch the theorist's video to understand the a story of the game, and this created other trends. But FNAF, it became famous cause the YouTubers, they recorded gameplays of the game. And like games like Slender, FNAF is a easy game to record. You just need to record the first night, the second night, the third night, and from FNAF onwards, other games that featured toys like violence, focus on jump scares and hidden stories so that the community could create theories were emerging. Games like Bandy or Poppy Playtime. And okay, they don't exactly follow everything I said, but the idea is similar and certainly came from FNAF. My point is, the internet made games famous, games that created trends, trends that changed our vision of horror games. So, the internet indirectly changed the horror games. When you think horror games today, you think a game when you need collect keys for open doors and collect items and put other things to open a secret area, and you need to run away of a monster. And yeah, certainly the game is a first person, cause the new rule of horror games is that everyone need be a first person game. Same thing like keys, especially keys in bathtubs, and the presence of a stalker, be things like the Resident Evil of 1990s already had. The model of how the things works is a merit of the horror games released in 2010 to 2015, like that. And it's just possible cause many YouTubers on the gold era of YouTube recorded videos of this game and made they be famous. Even the biggest companies adapted your games to the internet horror games. And it's the case of Resident Evil 7. I love the first, the second and the third Resident Evil games. And with Resident Evil 7, the franchise returned their origins, being a horror game, just your introduction. Yeah, I have some critics of Resident Evil 7, same he being a good game, but it's clear in the way the game works that it was made along the lines of games like Outlast, but with weapons, save machine, backtracking, and now the craziness of Resident Evil that we love it. I remember when many YouTubers recorded videos of Resident Evil 7, especially their demo. Certainly something incredible. Sure, many companies and many developers don't use this formula in the right way, and currently horror games are saturated, but I think it's impressive how the internet and especially YouTubers managed to change an entire genre. Happy Halloween, guys, and see you later.